Today I am talking to Jamshyd Sethna, a good friend I've worked with for a long time, and he set up Shakti Himalaya, which was founded in 2006 through his love really for the mountains. It began during his school days in Darjeeling. Jamshyd loves travel, food, design, and a devotion to the Himalayas, and in this episode I meet him in the Himalayan foothills in Kumaon, where he has just basically reinvigorated some of the properties that they have up there. They're stunning properties. You walk really as much or as little as you want through the foothills, through the villages, from one village to the next, where he has these beautiful properties that are all based around slowing down, real travel, slow travel, and health and fitness. So this is a casual chat with Jamshyd, a good friend from Shakti.
So I came back much against my parents' sort of advice to Bombay. And for those are the only 6 months of my life that I've never worked. I worked, I did.
So how old were you then?
I was then 24. I came back 24, 6 months, no work at all. So I played bridge with guys who were much older than me. I'd learned how to play bridge as a teenager with my mum's sisters. They couldn't find a fourth, so they should
I still can't do it.
Yes.
Even poker, I still need the instructions.
And one of them was the managing director of a blue chip sort of a firm called McKinnon Mackenzie, which was partly owned by P&O in those days. So he said, look, he pulled me aside, the drink in his hand. He said that, have a haircut. Put on a pair of shoes, because I just always wear slippers. I'd come for an interview. He said, we take 3 senior management trainees every 3 years, and the interviews are up next week. So I dolled myself up and went up there. Within 3 minutes, they offered me a job, and they said you can move into shipping, ship owning, ship agency, clearing and forwarding, whatever it is, manpower, travel and tourism. So I said,
This is in Bombay?
Yeah, travel and tourism. So I got in there. We were Cunard's GSA in India, and QE2 was doing a sail around India for the first time after 40 years coming via Durban. So they gave me a target. I did 2.5 times that target, basically, in terms of sales. And India's largest company, travel company, TCI, Travel Corporation, they snapped me up as marketing manager.
Yeah.
13 years later, I was their general manager, bringing in shitloads of business, and they were paying me nothing, literally, really, really nothing. So I went and spoke to my boss, and my wife brought it to me. She said, speak to Adi uncle, because they were all family friends. So I told them, I said, look, daughter is just born, and what you're paying me. They were paying me 13,000 rupees a month, which is equivalent of 130 quid, but in those days it must have been about like 500 quid, like
500 quid a month.
So he said, don't worry. Increments are next month, and we'll make sure you have a fantastic increment. I said, thanks. So the slip came on my table one morning with 600 rupees increment, 6 quid increment.
Right.
So I said, fuck it. I just wrote a resignation out.
Yeah.
And left it on his table, German's table. His kids came in, and the kids I've grown up with, and they saw, my handwriting, on dad's table, right in there. So they opened it and saw that I'd resigned. So they rang up their dad. What the fuck is happening? He's resigned. So from 13,000 rupees, they came with a counter offer of 50,000 rupees, 50.
Yeah.
Which if they'd just given me half that amount, I'd have been happy,
really. Yeah.
But I'd already resigned, so that was the end of it, and I didn't go back on it. And one of the guys I played bridge with, I had no money. We talked about setting up our own travel business. I had a huge account, $10 million account from Scandinavia, a charter account there.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let's set it up. So I set it up. He owns 60%, I own 40% of the company. Cut a long story short, third year, we were the third largest company in the country. It was called Journeys, and I was the managing director.
Was this for inbound?
This is inbound, basically inbound, but mainly charter traffic from the UK, Germany, and Scandinavia. He just became a very, very, very difficult person to deal with, really slimy. He used to go down to Goa, where it was our charter base was Kerala and Goa. And I used to have about 18 Scandinavian kids working in my offices up there, because they serviced the thousands of people coming in on charter flights, looked after them, basically. And he started trying to molest them,
Right.
and got into situations where the chairman of the company, a wonderful old man, Bengt, he rang me up and he said, "Look, this shit can't continue. So we decided that I would just start my own business and tell this guy to fuck off. The really badly behaved guy.
Yeah.
Tell him to fuck off, you man.
Yeah.
Started Banyan Tours.
So that's when you started Banyan?
Yeah, so this was 1996.
Right.
So my parents, I'd never asked my parents anything, but they hypothecated some of their shares. So bank then loaned me some money for capital and capital investment. And my principals overseas gave me a $300,000 loan, interest-free, working capital, basically. So
you mean your principals?
the guys who gave me the business,
Yep.
they used to give me $500,000 every year as an advance deposits for me to go and get the rooms for them and pay deposits.
Yep.
They gave me 800,000 instead of 500,000. So and then I made a 10% net profit in the first year of running the business.
Jeez,
really.
yeah.
4 offices. We had Delhi, Bombay, Goa, and Trivandrum.
Right.
And then it became that was charters for the first 2 years. Everything changed overseas. The new management came in. The guys I worked with, the product director, he resigned. And it looked like that business was shifting from us, basically. So in the meantime, I'd already got into a situation where we had worked with a fledgling company called Western Oriental. It was just starting off, just getting their people together. Alice Daunt was coming in up there. Joanna was there. Mary Ann Dennison Pender had come, and Bruce Pauling was running the business.
Right. Yeah.
So we then worked out a plan as to how they would kick Cox and Kings completely out of the luxury end of the market.
Right.
And it was a wonderful strategy. Put together a great brochure. And literally in the first year, it was a runaway success. Shortly after that, Rory from Bailey Robinson, basically, I went and met and chatted with him. He said, "You don't really have very much India business, but we'd be very happy to work with you."
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Nick Lang.
Yeah. Steps.
Yeah. Same thing happened with Scott Dunn.
This is around what time? What year?
This was about 1997, 1998. Then same thing with Original Travel. So all the guys who were coming up as tailor-made guys.
Sort of the privately owned,
And sorry, Casanova Lloyd was and then of course, Audley was just starting off, so we worked with them. First year, $10,000. 10th year, $4 million. Really worth of business. So that it started, word of mouth, etc., 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 and we just kept working at getting better and better and better, and that was it.
So when was the birth of Shakti? Where we are now, or maybe explain where we are now. That's quite where we're sitting.
Birth of Shakti was 2006, 2005. I was walking in really high altitudes out here, right up next to Nandakot, at the base, just really. So you'll see it. You'll be able to see the point where I'd walked, right in front of Prana. And I thought you must do something, different. And so, but no more tents. It's got to be accommodation, So it didn't exist, so we have to create accommodation for walking routes. So that's how Shakti started.
So what does it consist of now then, in terms of, because this is my first time out here, even though you've invited me multiple times. Finally here, love it. But you've got 3 different areas of Shakti, and it's village walks in each of those areas. It's Ladakh.
Ladakh is a little bit not village walky as such, excepting there are walks around each of the villages we are located and walking in that area. Yeah. But it's a combination, a little bit of walking, biking in the back tracks, river rafting.
No snow leopards.
Monastery visits. Snow leopards are now pouring out in May.
Yeah.
You're seeing them in May and June, really. So, and that's just, photographer's paradise. So it's a little different. And the 5 houses there are an hour away from one another. So you can't really walk 45 kilometers. So you spend 3 nights in a low altitude place, 2 nights in a high altitude place, and the last 2 nights in one of an iconic location, and right in front of a monastery or on a riverbank, that way.
You say it sort of dismissively, right in front of a monastery as well.
Oh, for thick's sake, beautiful monastery, right up just there. It's a stunning view, really stunning view. And Sikkim is the same, like it operates in winter. It's 3 village houses and about a 10-mile walking route per day in between the houses.
And then where we are now, can you just explain a bit about where we are now?
We were on our way to Prana, to the site with the architect. When we stopped off, one of our guys said, you wanted to show me your location. So I came here and liked the location, and we decided to build in a hurry and to get it all ready at the same time.
It's pretty amazing, though, for that amount of time, isn't it?
Well, I had to do one hell of a lot of hustling and yelling and shouting to get it done.
Really? So how long did it take to build?
It took 9 months to build.
9 months?
Yeah, both the properties.
And so then how does it work so in Sikkim, Ladakh and here, it's all strongly collaborative with the local communities and villages as well. How does that work? What's the sort of motivation behind it, and how does it, it's obviously been a success. You've done it for nearly 20 years now?
Yeah, 20 years. It's you have to be, even when you're a little broke, you have to be really generous with everybody.
Yeah.
All the villagers, etc. They start seeing you as a benefactor because you are employing from their villages. I mean, we are employing from their villages wherever we work. We have guys from there employed. We pay them lease prices. We give them advances. So they might want 3 years or 4 years advance to lease in advance because they want to build another house. Yeah. So invariably, all the guys we lease from have built alternative properties for themselves as well. And we continue using their properties. We buy a lot of stuff locally. So let's say within a kilometer of here would be where our meat, our chicken, our eggs, veggies, everything come from.
All local produce.
Everything, all local produce.
Yeah.
It's with the sauces, the cheese, the chocolate, etc. would come from Delhi, but otherwise everything.
But food's a big bit of it for you as well, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, I really love food, and I don't think that foreigners get an opportunity to eat good Indian home cooking.
Yeah.
Unless they have friends, people visiting. This is a great opportunity to sort of eat in a home, and freshly cooked, really good quality grub. Yeah, I mean, it's a very important part of every holiday. I mean, for me personally, when I travel, I book restaurants a month in advance.
Really?
A month in advance. So I know exactly where, who. I love restaurants and eating out.
Yeah. So, and then you blending that with a bit of Western sort of input as well. You said that you were going to get some chefs out maybe in the future.
Yeah. Well, one thing that's just happened very recently is right now at this very moment we have Merlin Johnson from our SIP in Somerset. He's up at Prana right now. Yeah. And what we're going to do is do 2 back-to-back groups in April with him.
Which will be culinary focused,
It'll be culinary focused, which means that in one day he'll do a little bit of foraging with people because there's a vast amount of stuff to find out there.
Yeah.
Then he'll do a demo and cook a meal, and they'll have that together. And every day there'll be something along with him cooking one meal, really. Spending time with the clients. You probably have a yoga lady operating as well, so the clients can do yoga, can go for walks, can chill in their rooms, can eat, and our cook's up there very good as well. So he's completely blown away by the food.
You don't seem to need any sort of Western chefs in here.
No, but
the food we had yesterday was amazing.
Yes, we've had some fantastic food.
Yeah,
really. I put on weight.
No, I know what you mean. And then what's next after this? Do you think you'll do more? Do you think... Because Shakti seems to be Banyan's a huge success story, but every time I meet you, you talk about Shakti. It seems to be quite personal to you.
It's personal to me. It's like it's literally Banyan does Banyan stuff.
Yeah.
And then I do Shakti stuff.
Which Banyan's stuff does very well. I mean, we've worked with you guys for 15, 20 years. It's brilliant.
So, but they don't, so they're not really involved with Shakti at all. It's totally separate. Shakti is an experiment, really, in the sense that in terms of man management, it's a company without any hierarchy at all. So there are no managers anywhere. None. Nobody's a manager.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Yeah,
and this is because you're in charge.
And everybody is like, personally spoken to. These were all village bumpkins.
Yeah.
20 years ago. They
Yeah.
never did a stitch of work in their lives and never thought they'd ever work, I'm sure,
Yeah.
most of these guys. They were completely fresh in the kitchen, and we painstakingly sort of worked with them and brought them up to the level they are in right now, and they're fine. I mean, I couldn't expect anything better from them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then it's all locally sourced, as you say, all the food, all the provisions. And then we went, obviously, to the women's cooperative today, which was pretty impressive as well.
Yeah.
And that's cashmere.
That's all, pashmina.
So I didn't understand that. Pashmina's from the neck of the goat, is that right?
Yeah, from the hair, the neck.
The hair of the neck.
Yeah.
And then cashmere is the main body.
Yeah, and she says she picks them up from all kinds of exotic places, Mongolia and wherever, and gets up.
So she sources it from anywhere,
She sources it from all around.
So I just assumed, Alice as well, we just assumed that it would all be local, but she sources it from different areas.
She sources it from different areas, some from Tibet as well, and then she has the ladies up there working on them.
But it's mainly Asian sourced. Yeah. And then you said there were 200 at one stage.
Hi.
Hey, mate. Come join.
Oh, you?
No, we can. Al. It's just a general chat anyway, and I'm just recording it at the same time.
It's just a general chat.
So come and join. Anything too formal with Jamshyd and me is a nightmare. But yeah, so and she's so she sources that locally, and then that's what, obviously there's tourists coming in, but does she supply hotels and stuff as well? What's the main?
She's just started off again. She's just been back literally a few months.
Yeah. But it's to supply properties, or
so she's going to slowly start supplying. I think what she's going to end up doing, supplying properties and stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's expensive product.
Yeah.
Properties in the hills are not going to have clients who are going to spend more on a pashmina than they do on the Roma cost at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to work. So she has to sort of hustle and get clients overseas as well. Basically,
really?
Yeah. And work with stores and shops. So she'll do a special line for us of a few items.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and
because everything in the rooms and stuff is so beautifully done. The blankets last night on the bed, the wool blankets, and then you had the rugs and stuff as well. That's what my kids, they all sit on the sofa at home under the big blankets like that. Love it.
We all did.
Yeah. And so what's Diwali going to be like up here?
You'll be the only clients, you'll be the only people there.
Really?
So it'll be just deathly quiet. I think traditionally what they do is they have these little fairy lights, little diyas, which they light up all around. Looks very pretty.
Yeah.
The chef, a guy called Yashi. Yashi he was a Tibetan monk. He used to be Dalai Lama's follower, basically.
Right.
Fell in love, left the order, was a trekking chef for a while, and then started working with us 20 years. So he is the Lama, and everyone respects him and looks up to him. He's a damn good guy. So he will perhaps do a little bit of a blessing as well.
Awesome.
Tibetan.
Where are you going? Are you going home?
I'm going to be, Diwali's when tomorrow.
Yes. Day after tomorrow. It's 19th tomorrow. It's 20th, isn't it, I think?
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, I think it's tomorrow.
I think it's 20th tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's Diwali.
No, it's 19th tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it is 19th. So I think Diwali's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'm just flying back home. And then I'm going to hang around for 2 days. And then Merlin's coming back the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he spent the night at home, and then...
He's coming back to yours, yeah?
Yeah. Last week. We just work out details. Then I go to Bombay.